What's up, guys? Welcome to another video of DevTalks with your host Travian, where we talk about everything engineering technology-wise. And in this video, we're going to go through Elon's recent crash out. He's trying to cancel Netflix for some certain reasons. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and let's dive right in.
It's not the park. It's me. I'm trans, Norma. And everyone at school knows, and everyone at home knows. And being here, it's like a whole new place. I can just be Barney, and I can choose if and when I tell people. I've never been happier, and that's saying something when I spent today chased by terrifying zombie mascots. Pugsley reminded me how important it is to live your life without apology. So, I think I gotta give living here a shot, don't you?
So that clip right there led to Elon Musk's crash out, going into getting everybody to want to cancel their Netflix subscriptions and everything else like that. That clip right there from a already canceled show that's still up on Netflix. So apparently the libs on TikTok, on Twitter, now X, found the video clip or from somebody and posted it, and then Elon saw it and was like, no, we need to cancel Netflix and they need to take this off of Netflix right now. And I'm going to get to my opinions in 1 second, but I want to clarify something so we all know where Elon is coming from, right? Not everybody, some people just cover stuff so surface level that they don't go into why people crash out the way that they do, potentially. One, the movement of being trans and everything has already affected one of Elon's kids or sons or something like that. Elon had a son that's going through it, I guess, right now, I believe. And it obviously goes against his values and stuff. So he doesn't want his other children, I'm pretty sure, influenced by cartoons to do the same thing that go against his values, which is understandable. If you have certain values, you want to instill those values into your children. It makes sense. People wanting to do that, right? Two, he's been getting attacked all year long already until he left political office. People was canceling his Tesla's dealerships. They were trying to blow up his cars. They were destroying them and things like that. And even if I'm a person that I don't agree with cancel culture all across the board, I can understand him wanting to cancel people because his pockets were infected crazy. Even though he's the richest person in the world, his pockets and his company pockets, all their investors and things like that, people was losing some money during his time. So when it comes to another big company, hey, he wants them to hurt too, because they go against what he believes in a sense, because they have that type of content on their page. But before I go into my own thoughts, right, there's more to this. I saw another video from Coco Melon, and Coco Melon, I'm pretty sure, is like one of the top kids shows on Netflix that parents let their kids watch. It's Coco Melon's one of the most popular ones. And apparently they had an episode of an interracial dads that were a gay couple that were going through something about their son being a girl because their son like girl things and being trans, because their little son, not a grown one, a little one. And my thing is when it comes to cartoons for children, especially these are the ones for children around 7 years old and stuff like that. When it comes to cartoons for children, leave sexuality out of it. I don't understand why it's so pushed onto children. That to me seems like pedo behavior. When you try to push sexuality onto children. In cartoons growing up, when I was watching cartoons growing up, right? And I'm sure people even before that, cartoons were fun, yo. They ain't worry about none of that. Maybe there was some dating here and there, all right? But the stuff seemed normal, especially when you have parents in your household, your mom, dad, everything. It just seemed normal cartoons, and the cartoons had adult jokes in them that we did not get. I didn't get a lot of the adult jokes until I went back and rewatched cartoons, and I was like, oh, we watched that? That's crazy. We was kids and we watched that. I find some of that stuff crazy at times, But this is getting crazier at a certain point, and I don't think any of that sexuality stuff should be in, especially no kids under the age of 10 or 12 or under any of that. They're not even in high school yet, and you pushing these type of cartoon stuff on them. That's weird. It's weird to try to push that on children or get them to do it. And people do it on YouTube too. For YouTube kids, there's channels that tell their kids not to listen to their parents and all this other stuff. And this goes all the way back into one of the videos that I make. And I've mentioned this in my TikTok posts also. Check it out in the description down below. But I saw this in my TikTok post also, that we as people, as guardians, or anybody who's parents, and I say this in so many other videos in the past, that parents need to be more attentive on what their children are watching. My baby cousin, her parents are really attentive on what she watches, because they will see her watching something like, hey, no, we can't watch this. That's not right. It's not teaching you the right thing. It's not being educational for you. That's not education, you know. You learn, if you learn about certain things in sex ed in school, that's what you learn about in school. That you're supposed to learn how your body works. At a certain age, you're supposed to. And as parents and guardians, you have to teach your children about how your body works and certain things, how it works naturally. That's a big key word, naturally. Not like for me, I don't do no substance stuff, nothing like that. Never do steroids, never do none of that extra stuff. We don't do that around here. However you eat, whatever you eat naturally, working out, like I really go through working out. I don't do none of the surgery stuff, nothing outside the realm. But that's just me personally. I like working out stuff naturally. I'll go to the gym 5 times a week. I'll eat better. I'll fast. I'll do anything that I need to. Let my body deal with a lot of stuff how it naturally is supposed to, unless it's something that, you know, a doctor recommended for health reasons, like you have certain health issues or something that a doctor gives you a medicine for to help you with it, or taking care of yourself by going to doctors. But back on the canceling track, for me, I'm not canceling Netflix no matter what Elon says, right? One, I don't have kids right now, but two, there's other shows on Netflix that I watch. If I had children, I would not cancel Netflix just because Elon told me to. Or anybody, I would not cancel anything because somebody told me to. If I want to watch something still, I'm going to finish watching it. I got shows I still got to watch. I'm going to keep watching it. Nobody's going to stop me from finishing that. And I'm not going to sit here and go promote and tell everybody to cancel their Netflix. I'm not doing that. Not one bit. Telling anybody to cancel their Netflix. I'm not doing it. You know how I get around it? I don't consume content I don't like. If I see that and I'm seeing that on there, hey, we're not watching this no more. It's okay. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to cancel the show. The show that was showed on the beginning there is already canceled. The problem is Netflix still has it there for consumption. So they want it to be taken off. And I'm 100% sure that they got this narrative of to just cancel your Netflix subscriptions from what happened with Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel was mainly first fired because he costs Disney or whoever more money than he brings in. And late night television is already going off. Stephen Colbert's show canceled next year. And his show had better ratings than Jimmy Kimmel's. To put that in perspective. The only reason that they brought him back is because we live in a capitalistic society. So if anything sucks, we have power to influence certain decisions because these businesses care about top dollar. They were just losing money off subscriptions because people were canceling their subscriptions out of protest. And once again, I said I don't agree in cancel culture. I ain't go out and cancel Disney. I left my thing up there. There's things I gotta watch still on there. We had movie nights for certain older Disney movies watched growing up. There's shows on Hulu or whatever that we still watching, and we gotta pick up on those shows. Like, I'm not doing that for y'all. I'm not doing that for nobody. We have our own lives. We live by our own standard, our own life, and we're not trying to be influenced by anybody to do that. If we truly don't have anything to watch on something and it's bad, then we'll cancel it. We don't need this no more. Oh, I'm not gonna go out and buy it. There's nothing for us to watch on here. What am I paying for? Naturally canceling stuff and not taking in stuff when you don't have anything to watch on there. Like for instance, say Coco Melon and you only had Netflix for the Coco Melon show and some of your kids to watch certain things on it. Nothing else. If you saw that and didn't like it and you're like, "Hey, we're not going to watch stuff on Netflix anymore." You're free to cancel it. Going out there and being like, "Oh, we're canceling out a protest because of this." I get it. I get why it's happening. I get why people do it. If we didn't live in a capitalistic society in the US, it wouldn't matter. But since we do, it actually does matter, and it makes certain impacts and things when people do stuff the right way. But at the end of the day, I ain't canceling nothing. I ain't listening to Elon for that. And I ain't listening to nobody for anything else when it comes to that. I'm going to stay on board with, hey, I just won't consume it. There's people on YouTube that I see get viral or whatever, or they say something crazy or they do certain stuff. I just won't watch them. I don't subscribe to them. I don't like videos. I just won't watch their content. I don't absorb anything that I don't want to or like, or recommend stuff that is not good that I don't like. If anything, you bring that people brought more attention to the darn show. If you ain't like it, they're bringing more attention to the show, and good attention and bad attention regardless is still good, right? Depending on what kind of deal he had on people watching it and views and things like that. What if the views went up and he just made a bunch of money out of it because people wanted to go see if it was real? There's good and bad stuff. The person who made the show, it deleted social media because getting personal attacks and things for creating the show. That's why I said publicity is good and bad. It's gonna be good and bad regardless of the fact there's bad things that come from it. There's good things that come from it. Monetary, yeah, a whole bunch of other stuff that's out there. But literally, you don't have to consume nothing that you don't want your kids not to. Monitor what they doing. Let them be kids. Let them learn actual true education stuff, and leave the sexuality stuff out the shows. Leave it out the shows. You shouldn't be trying to influence children like that. Children, minors. I don't see anybody. I don't get how anybody can defend that for minors. When they get in high school and they're older teenagers, when it comes to having teen shows, which I remember, that's another thing. Growing up, watching teen show, there was Teen Nick was literally made for shows for teenagers, and that those shows started implementing dating in it and around it and stuff that went according to how teens acted and things like that. There's levels to it. It should not be in a show for kids 7 years old. This is what my main point is. 7-year-olds, what are they in elementary school? They don't even have a sex ed class. Getting it put in these shows. It just seems crazy. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate everybody who does. Thank you so much. Gonna get to a lot of other people's comments in some of these previous videos. But without further ado, peace. See y'all next time.